Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss few numericals on phasors. So to start with, let us consider the first numerical where we have two signals given by I1 equals to 10 root 2 sine omega t, and second signal is I2 20 root 2 sine omega t plus 60 degree. So what we have to do is we have to add these two and get the result in the same format. So if we start with this, then considering the first value, which could be changed into polar form, and the polar form is given by 10 root 2 divided by root 2, because in polar form we write the RMS value only, and this is Vm. So RMS value will be 10 root 2 divided by root 2, and the angle here is 0 degree, so which is tan angle 0 degree. Next, the second value, let me divide it like this. So for the second value, I2 equals to 20 root 2 divided by root 2, and angle is 60 degree. So this is 20 angle 60 degree. Now as we know, for addition we have to convert the values into rectangular form, then only we can add, right? So if you convert this into rectangular form, so using calculator, so REC, first one is 10 comma 0, so the rectangle value is 10 plus J0, and for the second one, let's see, it will be 20 comma 60 degree, so which is 10 plus J into 17.32. Now if we add them, I equals to I1 plus I2 equals to 10 plus J0 plus 10 plus J 17.32. So after adding, what we get is 20 plus J 17.32. Now this, if we convert into polar form, then this shift pole, now we have here 20 comma the value of J 17.32. so if we convert this, the value is coming as 26.46, and the angle is 40.89, right? So this is the addition. Now what we have to do is we have to convert the same thing into the previous format, means in the sine format. So to convert this into sine format, what we have to do, this is the RMS value, so multiply it with root 2, then sine the angle, sine of omega t plus the angle is 40.89. So the answer is 37.42 sine of omega t plus 40.89. So this is our answer. So I hope you have understood how to solve this. So now let us go for another numerical. Okay, so here we have I1, I2, I3, I4, 4 values. So let us determine the solution and first convert them into polar format. So I1 is given by 5 root 2, and the angle here is 0 degree. So this will be coming out as 3.54 angle 0 degree. Now after converting this into rectangular form, 3.54 angle 0 is 3.54 and y is 0. The value is 3.54 0.54 plus J0. Okay, so similarly let us consider the remaining. So I2 will be 10 root 2, angle is minus 30 degree. So this will be 7.07, angle minus 30 degree. So after converting, so the value is coming as 6.12 plus J into, this is minus 3.54. Okay, so similarly let us determine the remaining two. Okay, so in the third case, as you can see here, we have a cosine term. So now if we convert this into sine, then it will be I3 equals to 5. If I convert this into sine, then it will be omega t minus 30 degree plus 90 degree, as we know the conversion of sine, cosine to sine. So this will be now 5 sine omega t, then we have here 60 degree. So for converting, it will be 5 divided by root 2, angle will be 60 degree. Now similarly the other case, if we can convert this negative sign into a positive sign, so how that can be done? So it will be 10 sine of omega t plus 45 degree, which is already given. So to remove the sign, we have to add a 180 degree. So now this will be 225 degrees. So this is 10 root 2, angle is 225 degree. So after conversion, we will directly write the answer. So the values are 1.77, J 3.07, and for I4 minus 4.99, J minus 4.99. So just let us add them and get the answer. So I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. So let's add all the real terms together and imaginary terms together. So we'll get, okay, so after converting the rectangular term into polar term, we will be having it as 8.44, and the angle is given as minus 40.29. Now if you convert this into the sinusoidal term, it will be 8.44 into root 2, then sine of omega t minus 40.29 degrees. So this is the answer. So this is another form. So let us consider one more numerical. In this question we have two voltage sources have equal EMFs and the phase difference of alpha. When they are connected in series, the voltage is 200 volts, and when one source is reversed, the voltage is 15 volts. Find the EMF and the phase angle alpha. So to do this, first thing is, as it is mentioned in the question, so first consider the first EMF, that is suppose E1, which is given as E angle 0 degree. So if we draw it, so this is our E1, and then E2 is at an angle of alpha, so this can be E2, and the difference between them is given by alpha. So E2 is E angle alpha. Okay, so we have the magnitudes are same, that is E1 equals to E2 equals to E. So now considering if they are connected in series, then their voltage is 200 volts. So if we calculate that, it will be E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 times of E1 E2 cos alpha is equals to 200. So by equating E1 equals to E2 equals to E, so this will be 2 times of E square plus 2E square cos alpha equals to 200. So if we remove the square root, then it will be 2E square plus 2E square cos alpha equals to 40,000. Okay, so now let us move to the next part, where if they are one of the signal is reversed. So if we reverse one of the signal, then this is E1. So if you reverse it in the other direction, so it will be in this direction. Now earlier it was here. Now since it is reversed, so now E1 will come here, and this is the previous signal. So let me put it as a dotted line. Now the E2 is present here at an angle alpha. So now this angle will be 180 degree minus alpha. So our equation will be changed to E1 square plus E2 square. Now we will have a negative sign. So minus of 2 E1 E2 cos alpha equals to, we have 15. So if we simplify this, it will be 2E square minus 2E square cos alpha equals to 15 square is 225, right? So now we have two equations, two unknown, so we can easily solve. Then if we simply add them, then we will be getting 4E square equals to 40,225. So from here value of E will be coming as 100.28 volts, right? Now we want to determine the value of the angle. So to get the value of the angle, just consider one equation and put the value of E. So 2E square plus 2E square cos alpha equals to 40,000. Now here put the value of E. So after putting value of E, 100.28, so we will be getting this as 20112.5 plus 20112.5 cos of alpha equals to 40,000. Now the value of cos alpha is, after calculating, it will come as 0.988. So from this we can determine the value of alpha is cos inverse of this much, which will come as 8.58 degree. So these are values, value of E and value of alpha. So I have understood, and using this phasors we can solve any numerical easily. Just what we have to do is, we should know how to convert from polar to rectangular or rectangular to polar, or from trigonometric form to any one of them. So that will be all for today. So if you have any doubt, you can put it in the comments, then we will discuss it again. Thank you for joining.